right. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go off camera, but I just want to say like we're so grateful for everyone who's going to either catch the replay or with us live. And this has been a very exciting couple weeks for us with the 12 days of giving. And we love our community. We love where everyone is growing and going to help the collective and whatever your gifts are. It's really beautiful to see. And we come from a place of, we hear your hurts and, all the things maybe you might be working through, but we also see your magic and where you can go with it. And so for us, it's kind of like, the spider's web where we're just having, all the people who've been in our community. It's for a reason, it's for a purpose, and it's really neat to see how, especially in 2022, this will all just kind of continue to grow and lay itself out. We are really close to releasing the platform for the healing community. It's called Urge Space. She wants to release it next Monday, or sorry, on the Tuesday on the winter solstice, where we'll be able to move over from Facebook to her platform. And so it's exciting, and the timing of everything is just really incredible. So we just want to say like the biggest thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and for anyone who's been tuning in or connecting with us in whatever way, because we just love and appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was beautifully said. We're in the washing machine with you. Right?
Totally. Yeah. So today, just kind of a little bit of an agenda is today we're Virginia's going to take more of the front seat with this, because she is my rock. She is the organization behind Healing Soul School. Like I feel like a toddler sometimes next to her, because she just like whoop, whoop, okay, it's done, and I'm like, oh man, I'm still thinking how to start that project, and she's already done. So I just, she's definitely the one who shines is the logistics and the organization behind our business. And so I will listen as well and take notes. And so she'll run, like we're here together. I'll pop in here and there when I have something to say, but this first part is really how to run the back end of your business. This is so important. And this is why Healing Soul School started. And I'm so grateful to her because, last year we could see a lot of entrepreneurs or healers, mediums that we were working with, and they have these beautiful gifts, but they have no idea how to run a business. And we do, like, that's just our business experience. And so we thought, okay, let's help them with that. And of course, the healing of that emotional suffering that we've been in that place, we've been there, and the tips and things we've learned along the way. Virginia is over 10 years into her healing journey. I'm 3, so I'm the newbie in that too, but it's just been so beautiful that her and I coming together with each of our gifts, and this is her place where she really shines because she is logistic queen, a ninja, I would say. Just really great at what she does. So thank you so much, Virginia, for what you're going to share with us today, and really excited to get going.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Whew, that's quite an introduction. Now I feel like I've got to perform. So I kind of was thinking about today, because there's been a couple of things that have come up on my radar with speaking to other people, and also seeing different conversations in that, just kind of getting a feel for what do you guys need help with? Is there something that you're trying to figure out in the back end that maybe, you could use some tips or tricks? A couple of things that I have seen is Canva. Working in Canva has shown up on the radar here for the last week or so. Like what are you thinking? Are you looking for help on, creating something? I can go through an example that I just did for Stephanie. Stephanie is the medium, Stephanie Savoy, I think is how I say it, is the medium that we have been working with. And she's such a gem, and she has offered of herself and her readings so much for our community. So I was checking with her on a gift certificate, because she does readings and she does healings and that kind of stuff. So I was checking on her for a gift certificate for a friend of mine for Christmas. Hey, do you have gift certificates and whatever, right? And so so I messaged her to ask about that, hey, and I know she's just getting started with her business. I mean, she's always done readings, but really kind of putting some form to it and, getting that set up. I know that is relatively new to her. And so I don't know if Stephanie's on the call today. She might be catching the replay, but she of course, didn't have a gift certificate, right? So I said, okay, well, you can just zip something together in Canva, if you want to have a gift certificate, then you've got something available. If someone wants something, So, and I wanted it. So at the time, I wanted the gift certificate because I wanted to physically print it out and wrap it as a gift. So just to show you the finished product, it's an actual PDF. So I created the outline, which, you might be able to see. It just says Merry Christmas. And then at the bottom, it says a spiritual gift for you. And then you can open the card or the second page. And it says this certificate entitles, and you can write in the name, or she can write in the name. This was a 30-minute session with Steph, psychic medium and energy healer. And then it says how they're to get a hold of her to schedule their reading, that it's private calls scheduled on Zoom. Phone calls are an option if preferred, and recording available upon request. So it kind of, so they would send her an e-transfer or a PayPal payment, depending on where they were. And then she would have this to send out. So that was just something quick that I had done for her because I needed the gift certificate, and I knew that it would help her, hopefully over the holiday season, to be able to offer that up to her clients as well. So let me just check the chat and see if anybody had any questions, because I know I kind of asked you guys. Okay, Christine. So nobody really has anything specific that they want me to go over. So Canva is kind of my answer to a lot of things. You can, oh, Anna does something here. I'm looking for help with how to structure a signature coaching program as far as platforms and modules and pricing. Okay, so I can, there's a lot of websites out there that you can host your website. It also has the ability to host your courses and things like that. I know that there's Kajabi. Of course, none of the rest of them are coming to me off the top of my head, but I can show you and explain to you. Do I sound a little muffled? Anybody else? Okay. So let me know if this gets any better. I have my earbuds in, but I can take them out if it's a pain. So I can talk about our how we use and what we use. So first of all, the program is Networker Pro. That's how and where we host our website. So the beauty of this, because over the years, I've had a few different websites. I've had my own websites. I've helped make websites and stuff like that. So I kind of understand, how it works in the back end. And the one thing when I first started doing business, because I used to do retreats and vacation rentals and stuff when I was living in Panama. So I had a website that had a platform on there that allowed people to book direct. So they could book direct. It updated all of, I had it all the, and that part, I'm not that good. I had somebody else do that for me. I didn't do that myself. But I had it set up so that it automated and everything like that. But when it came to the selling the retreats, that was very much a marketing thing that I had to do outside of the website and stuff like that, right? So I found it very frustrating, and I spent a lot of money because I of course I had a coach, I had a business coach, and I had a marketing guy that I was paying a lot of money a month to create a funnel for me that would draw people in for these retreats. And it wasn't so much at the time, it wasn't about me hosting the retreat and drawing people in. It was me holding the space for leaders like yourselves to come in and host a retreat. And you would come to Panama, and I just basically was on the ground. I did all the legwork, made sure the meals were available, organized trips, outings, whatever, whatever that case was, whatever the retreat was about. It just supported whatever and customized it for each group. So that part was just so super frustrating and so super expensive because I had to go to this platform to do this. And then like I've just started now going through all of the 8 million emails that I automatically got signed up for. When you're, this program to help with this and this program, it was just overwhelming and it was way too much money. And I thought there's got to be an easier way. And then last year, into our life comes Dan McCabe. And I think you guys have probably seen our interviews with Dan a couple of times in the group. And Dan is the owner of Networker Pro. And we have loved his vision from the beginning. So we got on board with him right away because he said the same thing. I had spent a shit ton of money in funnels and, websites and all these different things, and nothing is connected, and you're paying to this one to keep this subscription going and, whatever. So he created Networker Pro as a place to house it all. So you've got your one place. So I go into one location and I can access the back end of my website to add any new programs, change any, oh good, thank you, Anna. Change any, I have different Canvas in there that show different, where we're live on certain days or whatever, right? Like if we can go in there and change and move things around and that. So that's the website. But now the beauty part of all that is that over this past year, as we've been getting the website launched and everything like that, we now also have a membership space. So we have, and Divyana is the winner of one of our courses from our 12 Days of Giving. So we were chatting this morning about go to the homepage of the website. I had her set up in the portal to access that course. So she can now go in right on the homepage. There's a login button. She's set up with a membership. She goes in and she accesses whatever course it is that she's either participating in with us, or if it's a self-study. In this case, it was a self-study program. So yeah, Anna, Networker Pro is the recommended because we can support you around that. If there's questions and stuff, and super cool and awesome time to do it because he has a special promotion going on right now where, and Christine, I don't know if you're around and if you remember the price, it's this special, I want to say it was 3,000, but I can't, I'm pretty sure it was 3,000 US. And he gave you the template for a website. He gave you the template for a funnel, so a basic funnel. I mean, you still have, understand that when you're going to do a website and you're going to do a funnel, he's giving you the connections. The things are all there, but you have to go in and put in your content. You, regardless of who does your website and where you go, you are still the one who has to do your content. And you really want it that way because you're writing about you. You're writing about your business and how you're showing up in the world and what you can do for that client. So it's important that you take the time to do the content for yourself because you know who your client is, right? And that's who you're talking to when you're on the website and stuff like that. So yes, Networker Pro is who I would recommend because it houses everything all in one. And you use WordPress. So yeah, WordPress is, some websites are done in WordPress. I've worked with WordPress as well. I've worked with Squarespace, but some of them don't have the ability to host a course or to hold a course or to host a membership. So it really depends on what you want and where you want to go with your website. That's what you need to look into, right? It's how you want to use it. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to pop over to the comments because I'm, yeah, Divyana has Squarespace. Now, I had Squarespace when I was using my vacation rentals, when I had my vacation rentals platform up, and it was fine. My the other program that I had that went in and did the bookings and that kind of stuff, it integrated with it well. It was great. But from this perspective, switching gears into the school, of course, we want to offer courses, you know, not only for ourselves, but for other beautiful healers when they have something special to share with the world, you know, a place to host those. So, for example, we just finished our 4-week course with Kendra Tudor on reawaken your body by working your scars. And I'm just got to give her a thumbs up for starters, because it was an amazing course. It's just incredible, the information that we received in 4 weeks. But anyway, so even though we had the live calls, one of the ladies in the group couldn't come because she was working, and it was in the daytime, and she was on the coast, the Pacific coast. So time difference just didn't work out. But the beauty of it is we had the live calls, everything was recorded, all of the workbooks or information or additional information, whatever, it's all housed in Networker Pro. So in through kind of the back end of the website, if you want to call it that. So now, same thing, all of those people who registered, they have a membership set up in the back end of our website that allows them access to that portal to that particular course. So I would recommend that, just because it has been the easiest website that I've worked with. And even the funnels, although there's a lot of steps, it's pretty straightforward. And I think, Dan, right now, if you buy this package, it's also including coaching classes each week. So live Q&As each week. So if you're stuck on something like, hey, I can't get, how do I do this connection? Or, the funnel is working, but it's not sending the email, or, whatever, because there's always those little connections that we have to do in the back. So having access to him once a week to answer questions and just get that kind of information is so worth it for the price that he's offering. So anyway, I won't go, on and on with that about too much. But if we want to talk about Networker Pro, let's get on a call with Dan and get that set up, or chat with us and we can chat with him, whatever. But he can speak into it more. And I can't share my screen. I was going to try and share my screen on my computer, but it doesn't like Zoom. So I just cornered that. Okay, so Anna says, yes, I understand that I create the pages, but having everything under one command is what I would like. Yeah, so that's it. How much do you pay monthly for the site? Well, that's the big thing. You pay, you have to buy your domain. So you're going to go to like GoDaddy or something like that and buy your domain, right? So whatever your business is, ours is healingsoulschool.com. So we bought our domain, and so you pay whatever that is to GoDaddy, right? For your domain itself. That's really kind of like the outside thing. But then that's the beauty of this particular thing with Dan right now, is his special is offering lifetime, Christine's got it right here. Website, calendar, email campaign, thank you, text campaign, courses, membership login, funnel, CRM, thank you pages, 3,000 or monthly. Okay, I want to say the 3,000 was buying, he had a limited offer that was going to get you lifetime access. So yeah, the 3,000 was, I don't remember the monthly thing, but I think it included lifetime access. So either that or it's 99 bucks a month. That's what it used to be. Like you'd have your website and then 99 bucks a month. So he has a special on the founder deal, pay one and free forever. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. And we can set you up with Dan for a call if you want to go down that road. Okay. And then I think I saw somebody said here that they had a question. I want to say Rebecca. Rebecca, is that you that said you had a question?
Hi, yeah. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I do have a question. You mentioned something, if anybody needed help organizing or whatever, that's what I need help with. So I have lots of ideas. I know I have too many pieces. So right now I'm trying to bring all the pieces together. So my major source of anxiety right now, I have a free group in Facebook from when I was doing my online events in support of Ontario businesses. So I have a large group there. And I want to convert some of those people, because I know a lot of them are Ontario business owners. I want to introduce them to my subscription group in Facebook, where I have a lot more stuff and better things to offer, speakers, all of that. But I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to like get them to go from one group to another. This is what's bothering me.
Is there a way in the group that you want them to go to? I think that you can set up the other group as an affiliated group.
Okay.
And now I'm wondering if, you know, maybe going live in the group that you want to kind of back off in, like, and maybe just saying, I'm backing off, and, you know, there's not going to be much here, but I've got a ton of content. This is where I'm going. I hope you'll join me. I'm going to send you an invitation, you know, or whatever.
That group, I'm going to keep that free group just because I'm going to rehash it as that was when I had my fall event, and just like 700 people there. So they really like fall Ontario businesses kind of party. So I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to try to sort of use that group for my free content. Like I'm offering a free workshop, or just, if you know, for those people in that group. But for my subscription group, you know, I'm going to keep both. It's going to be more focused in my subscription group. My free group will be like maybe once a month. I'll put something cool for Ontario businesses, and then when fall comes around, I'll rehash it into the party.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry, I missed the part about the other group being a subscription group. So then make that part of your, you know, do your free content, like whatever your free content is once a month, or whatever you set up in your group. But make a point of once or twice through that month going in there, even with a Canva, or, you know, let them know what they're missing out on in your other group. Like, what are you talking about over there? You know, and hey, this is what happens over there. This is the subscription. If you're interested, here's the link. Or, you know, or if you want to talk about it, you know, however you work with everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe just to kind of slowly move them in that respect. This is what we're doing over there.
So yeah, like I have one speaker lined up for January. Now I'm just wondering if there's only 2 of us in the group right now, because it's very new. I'm trying to get all the content ready before I start inviting people. But if I have like 2 people and it's just me and the speaker, is that like I can still run the speaking event and record it and keep it there, right? Like, I mean, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's no problem.
Can I share something for just a moment?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in there. It's Rebecca. We've had some conversations around these groups. What I recommend is, why, you know, when you're thinking about what you're going to include and stuff, why would someone come into that group? Make it a juicy enough offer that they would want to come in and also pay. You are a connector. And so with your gifts, right, and this is really being clear, and this is for everyone, be very clear on what your superpowers are and what your magic is, because that's what you're going to share as far as why people would want to come and be in your world or be in your community, that you have their medicine to help them take away a problem. So for you, Rebecca, is that you're there as a support person for entrepreneurs who maybe don't have a network. And in that group, what they can, you know, for paying, they have the opportunity to go live and share what it is that they do, or they have something that they want to teach. So that way it's not just you, it's the community that does it. You're the space holder. And I'm just, you know, what was coming in is like, just make it really juicy of why would someone want to come in there. And in the beginning, you know, you could say first month it's free, or it's at a discounted rate, maybe $25, so that there's something paid there. You know, people don't respect free stuff because there's so much free information out there. And that way, you know that anyone who pays really enjoys what you do and how you've been able to connect these entrepreneurs through all of the events that you've carried last year. And yeah, so just like really hone in on what's your magic, what is it that you're really good at, and those are some of the things that you will have kind of for your marketing, but also of why someone would go in that group.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'm getting ideas now.
and I think you have to remember that that other Facebook group that has, you know, your free content and stuff like that. I'm wondering if you know, you maybe need to devote a little more time than once a month to that, because if these are the people that you want to join you in a paid membership, then they need to get to know you, and just like Christine said, find out what's your magic, what's it like, you know, working with you, and talk about, you know, hey, I'm live in here and I'm doing this, and this is my free content. And because, you know, in my paid subscription, this is what we do, or, you know, whatever. And then you're doing the free content and in that group, but then you're sharing it in the paid group too, so that the people are still seeing it in your paid group on top of more stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know, I'm kind of thinking that if you want those people to come over, you kind of need to be with them on a free basis first, to convince them on why they want to be with you in the page.
Let me just share a couple things. So we actually have a link for Networker Pro. What I just put in the chat, you can watch his video. It's like, and he just shares all of the things that he put into Networker Pro. He's a business coach. So what he saw out there was like people were having to buy Kajabi and Calendly and all of these things. It's like a little bit here, a little bit here, but it adds up to over $150 or $1,500 a month, depending on what it is that you are using, what services, a text campaign, all of the, you know, the plugins, all of it, so that they talk to each other, all of that stuff. And he said, nah, man, I'm going to build it for someone so that it's just a one-stop place. They only need to come in. And when you buy just Networker Pro, it's $97 a month, which is very inexpensive. It can house your courses, it can house your website, your funnels, and all of that. It's just what we use. And so we're not here to, you know, if you like it, awesome, and you're at that place in your business. If you're brand new and you're starting, or you don't have the money for that yet, then that's not what you build and where you go. You just stay home. Like, you figure out how to build a business with the things that you have. And if you do have the capacity for it, it's just a really great company that we are using. I just want to quickly share, you know, the healing community that's coming, that platform that's being built right now. She has, it's like Facebook and Etsy together in one platform. And so you can have courses on there. So, you know, she'll teach us how to load the courses into the back end. You can have your free profile like Facebook. You can have a free community. So you're bringing people into your community. And you can also have a paid part where whoever is your paid client would have access to other special things, or your courses and that. So it's just another way that you can, you know, you can use this platform. You can have the courses, but she doesn't help you with your website, or, you know, the email campaign, all of the logistical stuff that Networker Pro does. So we'll still use both. But I just want you to let you know, if you are brand new, or you're just starting out, then let us help you with the new platform that's coming. But if you're a little bit more ahead of that, then go ahead with Networker Pro if that resonates, right? Watch his video on the networkerpro.io. We have a special link. And so if you are going to do it, I highly recommend, we will get the link for you in the replay information that will get sent out, because he's actually doing a little bit more for our clients. We have templates of a funnel page, a thank you page. So a funnel is really just like a sales page of like, here's my program, or here's what I'm offering, a thank you page, and a website page where we're going to give you the template. So then you just have to go in and fill in your own information versus signing up cold, where he doesn't know you're connected to us. Just let us know, because we can get you some extras. He's a really good friend of ours. So yeah, we will recommend come through ours. There, it is like an affiliate link. So we do get paid a percentage. I'll be completely upfront with it for anyone who signs up, but that's not why we're telling you. We're simply telling you that it's what we use for our back end of the business. It's super easy to use. I am not a tech person. Like, I took a course, he did a course 2 weeks on how to build a funnel, and I could follow along, but it's just not my brain. And us creatives, we just don't have the capacity for that. So if you need help with tech, get help with tech. Don't wear that hat, because it's not where you shine, so that you can do the things that you shine. But in the beginning, you got to do all the things, right? Until you're bringing in some income. So yeah, that's my 2 cents kind of on the platforms and where we're going with that. And as far as like the healing community, it's called Urja Space, and Urja means energy in Hindu. And so the Urja Space, what that platform, it'll be like Facebook, where you have a profile, a free community, paid client section if you want that. Your Zoom link is automatically incorporated into your stuff so that you don't have to send it out to everyone. It'll be set up that an email will automatically get sent out when you have a live call, which is really awesome. She's really helping on the back end to take a lot of pressure and stuff off. And you'll be able to sell your things, whether it's a course, whether it's divination tools that you have, or, you know, maybe your favorite book that helps in your with your clients or whatever it is that you're doing. You'll be able to sell things, and so you can make money there as well. So it's a really neat little program that she has put together. So yeah, more is coming. We just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how we run the back end and answer some questions that we can for now. Okay, thanks.
We're moving to these other platforms, and I'm on those other platforms so much, you know, even for the community and stuff, that I can't take on more communities and stay there too, right? And plus, it doesn't feel good there. So I just gotta change my focus. So there's a good example in business right there, is stick with, you know, and Christine has mentioned this before, stick with the platform on a social media platform that is that you feel good with, that you feel aligned with, and that you are willing to put your time and effort into, right? Because it's build from that platform, you know, if you're going to build a community or build out from there, from whatever, just be aware of where you're putting your energy and your focus is, I guess, kind of what my comment is on that. And Clubhouse, Christine, Clubhouse is her jam. She's loved Clubhouse. I'm telling you, I have not really gotten into Clubhouse because, again, my focus has been Instagram and Facebook. So I don't want to split any more of my time. So recently, because I know that from a Clubhouse perspective, we're over there. And I think from our business and from Healing Soul School, I'm happy to be there. But to go into Clubhouse, every time I go in there, I never find a chat that I really want to listen to, or I go into it and it's like, it's not what I expected, so I leave. So yeah, and WhatsApp, I'm leaving WhatsApp too. Yeah, exactly. So Steph, back to you. Keep it simple, right? We don't have to, it doesn't have to be hard, okay? We've got e-transfer within Canada, and if it's a client that's outside of Canada, use PayPal. When you go into PayPal, you can set up a business PayPal as well in there. And so it can be separate from your personal one so that you can track your business stuff, right? Linktree. Linktree is a free program where you can go in and you can set up all the links that people would need to connect with you, right? So say you've got, you want to sell a reading, okay? You want to sell a 60-minute reading, and so you can create a link into your Zoom calendar or your Calendly, and you can create a link to your calendar in Calendly, and then you can copy that link into your Linktree. Okay, when you open up Linktree, it'll say, what is this button called? So we'll say book a 60-minute reading, and then you would just paste that link underneath. So, and the beauty of Linktree is when you're doing it on your computer, it shows you what you're putting in here, but it shows you over here what it looks like on the person's phone when they open it. So you get the view of what it looks like on their phone, and yeah, so that's a great way. You can say book a reading, book a call, maybe watch some interviews that you've done or some live readings. Have those videos available for people to see and to watch and to get a feel for how that feels to them when they watch you in action. Your email address, you can say, contact me to book a reading. If you don't have Calendly, you don't have a Zoom or anything like that, you can just have your email address to contact me, to send an email to book a reading. and or send a text message, or whatever, right? Start out with the basics. And Calendly, you can get for free, I'm pretty sure. And Zoom, you can get a free account, which doesn't cost anything. You just can't have more than one person on the call for over 40 minutes. And that's not really what you're planning if you're doing readings and stuff like that anyway, right? So that's free.
Zoom?
Calendly is free.
Sorry, Zoom on a free account, you can go as long as you want until a third person comes on, and then that 40 minutes kicks in. So if just two people, don't worry about the 40 minutes, which is really awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Canva, everything I do in Canva, I do on a free account. So, there's lots of options in there. You just, need to put your creative hat on and get in there and play and color and, do that. So you can make, in Canva, you can make a PDF that you can email to someone. You can make a photo that you're going to share on your social media that says, whatever your business is, or a special offer, or, and share that for, January's special offer, or February's discount, or, you know what I mean? Whatever your business is, or, $100 gift certificate, or, whatever that is, you can make all of that in Canva. You can make business cards. You can make an ebook. If you have something to share, you can make an ebook in there. Yeah, so all of that can be done for free. So you don't have to have all of those paid things. And I don't feel like people feel like you are less than if you don't have an automatic connection to your Calendly link that takes them to send you an e-transfer or to PayPal or whatever, right? It's really just, how are they going to connect to you, and what's the easiest for you? Because if it's the easiest for you, then it is completely normal for them. They just need you to give them the instructions, right? So don't get yourself freaked out over, you're not like Sally and aren't doing it the same way. You know what I mean? You'll get there, and you'll come across the things that you need to learn, and that will do better for you in your business as you move along, because you just will. You'll start to learn more and more about it. But for now, if it's about, just send me an email if you want to book a reading, then set that up as send an email if you want to book a reading. And then you when they send you an email, you answer them and say, hi, great to meet you. Here's my Calendly link to book a time. The fee is this. Send the fee to this email address. Or if you're Canadian, and this email address if you're from outside of Canada, or whatever the case may be. It can be as simple as that. And you can have a preset email that you've typed already, that all you got to do is change the name of who it's going to, and just copy and paste and send it to that person. So that even if you're out, you're not home, you're gone away for the weekend, and somebody sends you an email because they want to book a reading for the following week, you can just copy and paste, boom, send them that email from your phone. So, these little devices are little computers, and we forget that, and they can be used to our benefit, that gives us that flexibility. We don't have to be at home and in front of a computer to answer somebody or to whatever. It just takes a little time, to get used to it. Reminders are huge for me. I have my day timer where I write my appointments and stuff. Reminders on my phone are huge. Alarms are even bigger, because sometimes I don't look at my phone. Alarms are even bigger if I have a big appointment or something that I'm going to be doing, that I want to remember, or be on. For example, today, at 15 minutes before the hour, I'm making sure I'm starting the Zoom meeting in the event anyone shows up early, right? So it's just, those kind of things, like an alarm that tells me to do that. And this was one thing that I thought of as I was getting started that I wanted to remember to mention. For focus, pardon me, it's hard sometimes to be focused because we have so much life happening around us. We are, maybe there's kids or grandbabies or, whatever that's running around. And, or you're your family, or you have another job, or you have a physical business where people are coming in, like whatever that is, there's stuff going on in our life. And so it's hard sometimes to focus on the things, whether it's making a link tree or doing a Canva, that maybe the things, especially when we haven't done them before and they might feel a little bit uncomfortable to do, and you're trying everything you can to avoid it. Just when all of those things require focus. So the first thing I do is I go to my phone, I go into my settings, and I find my do not disturb. Because I work a lot from my phone as well as my computer at the same time, right? I'm on both devices. And that is where I find the biggest distraction for me can come in, is on my phone. Because I'm working between the two, something automatically pops up in front of me when I'm in the midst of something, and then I feel you're drawn, right? You get a message from your kid or whatever, you're drawn to go and look at that. And then you're down that rabbit hole, and it's like, shit, there's 25 minutes, man. And I could have been done this thing by now, but I can't because I just went down this and, whatever. So, unless I'm expecting a call or whatever, do not disturb, or now on the iPhone now, the new button is called focus, believe it or not. And I just go in and I shut it down because I can't deal with the distractions. I'm on my phone enough as it is anyway. I'll go and check the messages and check those other places where I get messages when it suits my schedule, because I need to focus on something else right now. So that's a big thing to do, especially when you're convincing yourself to do something that you haven't done before and maybe doesn't feel all that comfortable, right? Steph says, I work mostly from my phone right now. And that's okay. You can work totally from your phone right now. You totally can. You can access Zoom. You can set up meetings. You can do everything on your phone. You can set up Linktree from your phone. You can access Canva and do it all from your phone. It looks a little bit different compared to when you actually do it on the computer, but phone is totally fine. You can access all that stuff on your phone. So yeah, it might take a little time and a little getting used to, but yeah. So that's awesome, Tara. You're interested in urgent space. So yeah, we'll get that information. We will have a newsletter coming out later in the month. We're just waiting for all of these other details because we want to make sure that we're giving you everything all at once when we send that out. So, yeah, what's left for us is Telegram. So we'll be on Telegram. We have a Telegram chat for the Healing Soul School. So the link is under announcements in the Facebook group. So if you want to connect with us in the chat, it's pretty fun because it's interactive. Like it's not, yes, you can post and stuff like that, but we can comment. We actually have conversations in there. It's so fun. And you can, or you don't have to participate. It's really just, about us coming together. So yeah, that's where you can reach us on Telegram, and on Clubhouse. We have a Healing Soul School Club. We are still on LinkedIn, Healing Soul School. And then this Urgent Space is where we'll be kind of going. And we also have a free membership. So that was, when we talk about the back end, that was one of the things that we were concerned with, because our Facebook group was the place that we hosted all of our free content. We would hold, any meditations or the Learn to Meditate or the, replays of the Conscious Business Showcase. Those kind of things, different master classes and whatnot are all stored in the guides tab in the group. And that has really been our space that has housed all of that for people to be able to easily go back and find the replays. So that was one of our concerns, was where do we host all of this stuff now? Because we were obviously still going to be doing it. So how do you still get that to your community? So the beauty part is a Telegram for one, because Telegram, it does allow us to go live in there. It does allow us to share videos and, and different things like that. So we'll still be doing that in there. But the beauty part is that our website that is done through Networker Pro allows us to have a free membership access. So that is what we're also trying to finalize, so that when I send you out this email later in the month, we'll have that summed up, right? On how you can go in and set up a free membership so that all of that stuff and the free content is still available to you in one place. So you can still go there and look for it, because that's the unfortunate thing in Telegram. There's no real, click on the guides tab and you'll get to the free stuff. So having the free membership is awesome, and everything will be accessible to you back there, and any future free stuff will always be accessible. So once you set up that free membership, we'll always have stuff that's going on in the background for you there for you to be able to access. And then Urja is really new. So we're just kind of baby stepping with that and seeing how it goes. It has a ton of potential, and it looks fantastic. We love the idea of having a store, like a space to sell stuff too, you know. So we're really excited for that. But yeah, it'll be baby steps a little bit as we get moving through that. But as we get going, we will absolutely share that information and keep everybody in the loop on that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of recap everything that just where to go from here. So if you want and you're ready, not everyone is, so don't worry if you're not, but Networker Pro is when you want to have like your website and funnels and email campaign kind of stuff, more of the organizational stuff. It's normally $97 a month. People were asking how much monthly, or he has a deal on right now. So if you're interested, we're gonna, in the replay link, we'll give you the link to the website for Networker Pro, so you can have a look at it. You can do your own research and see if that's a fit. For all those who are like, okay, but how can I build for free right now? There are so many apps and things that you can use. Urja is going to be one. And so with that, it'll be your profile, a community that you can build, just like groups, and you'll be able to upload courses on there, all for free. What she's doing is she is charging on the back end, and I don't know what those amounts are right now, so I don't want to say, but basically you can upload your courses or whatever it is that you offer for free, or readings that you do readings, and then people can book it all through there. And then on the back end, you'll just get paid from Urja's Space, and then they'll keep whatever the top end is for hosting the place and for you being able to use it. It's really beautiful for our community to be able to come in. You don't have to put a lot of money in, or I mean, it's free to begin with, but it's a good way to start building a business and building your confidence as we are growing, and healers are just getting more, I think, secure and confident in what you're doing and what you're here to do. Okay, so that more to come on that. For now, all of the things that you can use definitely have a link tree that you can just go to Linktree and sign up with your email address. You can actually have people pay you through Linktree, and there's another platform, Beacons. I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but I just want to talk about Linktree for now. Linktree, if you go to either of our Instagram, it is there, either Healing Soul School, Virginia has one, and I have one on my Instagram profile. And then when you click on the link, it has all of the different ways that people can connect with us. So for now, until we make some changes, it has like our Facebook information, has our YouTube link, it has our Healing Soul School website, all of the things of how people can reach out to us. If you are just starting, then basically, you know, it could be something like a free PDF, which you can create in Google Docs or Word, and people could have access to that. Maybe it's grounding or something that you just feel could be really helpful for anyone who is whatever you're here to help with, right? So something that ties back to you, it helps to create some kind of confidence in you, or they're just learning who you are and what you're about, and a free offer. So that's one thing you can do. Straight up email, you can use email. For Beacons is very similar. It's like Linktree, except I would say for Beacons, it's for those who are predominantly using Instagram and TikTok to grow your business. Okay, I'll come back to your question in a second. So if you are using any other platforms, I say Linktree is good. If you're using Instagram and TikTok, then definitely use Beacons, because it connects those better. Like you can just share between the platforms. And the Beacons owner, like he'll reach out and he'll email you, which is really nice. I think it's the owner or it's someone who's in sales. And they're always asking. I have emails once a week, I think, what's new and can we help you? So that's just, I mean, it's been a really nice company. TikTok, if you're not familiar, maybe you are, it's for like you've got to create some kind of videos, and videos sell. So if you're okay to like do some corny stuff or to share what it is that you're doing, then TikTok is good. I just don't feel called to it. I feel like I'm too old for it. Just not even about age. It's just I don't want to create videos that to make people laugh and stuff. It's not my jam, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong in any way you build your business. You can even build your business off of social media. You don't need to use it. So that's a little bit about Beacons and Linktree kind of as a free place where people can come. So maybe you have a YouTube channel. Everyone has a YouTube channel if you're a Gmail account user. And so go live on YouTube and start to create your content, not giving them away, like giving away the how people get help. That's why they pay you. But it could be like what you help with or why you're helping with those certain things, a little bit about your story so people can start to get to know you. That's a really good free way to start. And then you can just have a business email. So not your own personal email, but if your business is, I don't know, healing designs, you could have healingdesigns@gmail.com, and that could be the email that goes into all of the media stuff so that it's not your personal email that's being handed out. And then that's a way that people can reach out to you if they want to do that. And then just go through email. You don't have to have all these fancy things, definitely. And then when you're talking to someone, they either can send you money via PayPal. Between Canada and the US, we're Canadian, so I'm talking about that, or through e-transfer if they are Canadian. So that is about payments. Virginia, did you have something you want to share? I'll just go back and read the comments.
Yeah, I was just going to, because Steph asked about copyright and trademarking. So I just wanted to speak into that for a minute. So yes, that is definitely something that you keep an eye out for. So if you're sharing other people's stuff, content on social media and that, you need to make sure that you're giving them credit. So so just make sure that you're going back and giving credit to whoever's content it is that you're using. For starters, that's one way to kind of get around it. The other thing is when you're using Canva and you're creating your own stuff, you shouldn't just, see a photo on the internet. And we all know you can go on Facebook and it's like, wow, that's a beautiful photo. I'm going to save it. And you can, but you need to ask their permission if you're going to use it in any marketing and stuff. It's a fine line and it can get dicey. So you're better off to, for free content, to make photos. Maybe you want to make a meme that's just a positive affirmation for the day and share it on your social media in Canva. So quick, easy peasy. Go to Pexels, PEXELS.com, and you can get free photos from there to use in your content, or in Canva. There's lots of different free stuff in there that you can use under elements and uploads and photos and stuff like that. And sorry, she said something here, but I
Around that, I'll just talk about the photos. A lot of, when you notice I'm posting stuff, if you credit where the photo came from, then most authors are okay with that, usually in their profile. So if you see a photo, let's say on Instagram, click on, sorry, it's gonna ring.
Yeah, so Steph has just said, so she's meaning more about for how does she set something up as a trademark or copyright with my business. Okay, so I think if you're going to register your business, then you need to register your business with the government and everything like that. And then you get into, trademarks and everything. If you're getting into that, you're getting into legal stuff. You got to get with a lawyer. You need to register the name if you're, make sure it doesn't have any other trademarks already on it. When you post anything with that name, whatever it is, you're always being sure to use the little trademark thing that says, so that people know that that's a trademark of yours that you're working with. So to go down that route, then yes, you need to get a lawyer involved, you know, and or an accountant on the financial end to get your business registered and everything like that as well.
Yeah, too early in the beginning. And for you, Steph, you don't need to trademark just yet, unless I know you've had some messages and stuff. So you have to go with your intuition on what feels good. But for now, like, I wouldn't worry about all that legal stuff yet. A majority of people that we're connecting in our community are healers, readers, and such. And so really it's like how to start your business and how to get up and running. Having the domain. So for example, Naked Alchemy is one of our programs, and I bought nakedalchemy.com and .ca this summer when I had the download, because I knew that was something that I want to eventually have for live events. So that domain is mine for now. If someone else comes up with, and I know there's other Naked Alchemy stuff I checked out on Instagram, like, I'm okay with it. We'll all figure it out. And yeah, I don't know. if I need to change it, then it'll be like, I don't know, Naked Alchemy live events. Like, there's always going to be a way around things. Just go with your heart, stay out of anxiety, just do the next step for you. And just some of the easy ways to start is have your profile up somewhere. So use 1 or 2 platforms. Just to keep it super, super simple. Use Linktree so that you can guide people of how you want them to connect with you. And if it's email, awesome, to contact. And then when they click on the link, it has your email address. That's all you need. Like, it does not have to be complicated. And just be careful of the energy that you're creating in. If you're in scarcity or survival, it's going to be really hard. But if you're like, okay, Source, show me these are the things that I want to get done in my business. Show me how, or bring me someone who can help me with that. This is why we have the Lightworkers Lounge, so that people can come and get this kind of help. It's going to be Thursdays from 12 till 2, starting in January, the 3rd week of January. So it's $222 a month. And that is a steal for business coaching and for the information that Virginia and I have and can help you to grow. We want to keep it so that people can come and we heal in community. So we're all intuitive, most of us. So there'll be readings, and Stephanie, who's on the call here today, she's a psychic medium. She's going to help us as well on that call and be present. So you will get readings, you will get downloads, you know, we will figure it out together. We're a village. And so whatever the things are, how to move you forward, we will be there. We understand where you are. We have also been just there and figuring out our own stuff this year. And so we're here to hold your hand. So if that's calling to you and you like that, we have a deal on right now where however the wording is, but basically if you want to sign up before January or December, we'll give you a month for free, right? So you pay for one and then a month will be free, $222. We're here to help you. We're here to hold your hand, whatever your needs are. Virginia and I, we know how to do that already on the business end. And we're just here to hold space for you. And what do you need? And from the beginning, we're going to start like, this is how you start from the beginning, having your core 4. What's your spiritual vision? If you don't know who your client is or like who you're really here to help, we don't even need to talk about your website or anything like that. You've got some pre-homework to do, right? Of like, who are you reaching out to? There's some core foundation pieces that are very important first. I call them the core 4. So that's your spiritual vision or your vision. Who do you want to help? Who's really important to your heart that it should make you want to cry or move you emotionally, because you're going to need that energy on a hard day or when you're having ups and downs, and that happens in entrepreneurship. That's why we're here to help you through that. Who's your ideal client? And it's not, I help women with anxiety as an example. I help new moms with anxiety. I help, empty nesters with anxiety who've given to everyone else their whole life. And now they're like, well, what do I do now? I was always the mom or the spout. And so it's got to be more specific as far as who you're calling in. What is your offer? Are you doing a 6-month program, 3 months, 2 months? Is it just one-on-one? And that's where you're going to start, which is usually where people start. So you can collect some data of the people that you're helping. You could do a hybrid where you have one-on-one and there's a group call, because we heal in community, build community. If you can do it around you and meet in person, and then even better. And then what is your messaging? Your messaging totally tags on who your ideal client is. So if you don't know who that is specifically, like my heart, I'll tell you, I help entrepreneurs who are raised in fear or trauma how to shine in their business, because there's places where you're going to hide based on how you were raised. And so I want to help those that are having that more difficult time, or they don't know who they are, they don't feel confident in their abilities, because I'll show you how to do that and quickly by healing those feminine and masculine wounds, healing the inner child, breath work, meditation, some steps that I see and I have created so that you are, you're calm. You're in a place where your brain is open and you're able to see. And many of us who were raised in very chaotic kind of environments, we chose it, but we're here to help other people. We also can figure out how to work at our speed where it doesn't overwhelm us and doesn't hijack our nervous system. Okay, so I'm using simple practices, simple ways, and we're going to do that in the Lightworker Lounge of here's how you build your business. And here's how you can do it so that you're at ease, you're not overwhelmed, you're being able to help people, and you're feeling really good and confident from within. It's got to come from within. Okay, so those are kind of like the main steps as far as, where to go or how. Write this down. What is your vision? Who do you help? In one sentence, who do you help? And it has to have this like anchor feeling to it so that when you say it, someone goes, oh, they know what you do. And if they're that person, they're like, oh, I need that help. Right? So it's just very clear. And then who's your ideal client? Write down some words that, what does your client feel? Who are they? It's probably you. It's probably a version of you that when you were really stuck and you were like, man, there's no one to help me with this. I'm going to create something that helps people. That's usually what it is. That's how we created Healing Soul School. I was in a big, huge business mastermind. It cost me 20 grand. I didn't have the money. I was, borrowing it. I'm like, trusting the good old law of attraction. I'm going to make this work. What happened was I ended up being in this big, huge container. It was so overwhelming. I didn't know I was overwhelmed. I just always try to figure it out. But now that I've taken time to heal, I don't have to try to figure it out. I felt like I had bought into a Ferrari, like I bought a Ferrari and I didn't have arms. That's how it felt like being that business mastermind. And they didn't see me. They didn't see how I was suffering. I needed to go through it. And that's so great because that's who I'm helping now. And I love it. So we're here for you. So, what I want to say, write down, what's your spiritual vision? Who is your ideal client? And get really clear on the words. What is your offer? What are you going to offer? And then what is your messaging? Okay. And the messaging comes off of 1, 2, and 3. So then it's really simple. The messaging is the easiest part at the end. And then there's a next conversation of how do you enroll a client, sales, all of those things. But we got to get everyone so strong and secure on who you are first before we can start talking about those other things. That will come, but we got to have the first 4 core, that foundation, so that you are just feeling really good and confident, and everything always works out. If someone really wants your medicine, they will pay you. They'll say, hey, I want a reading, or I really need help in this course, or I see that you help with this. I really need help. How they pay you is not going to be a question. It's just going to get done. And they'll say like, I have this way to pay, or, I use this app, and you're just going to figure it out. So take a big, huge breath, sit back in your chair right now, cock your butt back. If you're in fight or flight right now, just say, okay, they got me, like we're here for you. There's so much free content already on our YouTube channel on how to build a business, how to get seen. Go and watch those videos. But when you sit back in your chair and you just sink into your safe feminine, where you can trust the universe that you're looked after and everything is gonna find its way to be done, then you're good. Okay, like it'll get done. And then you have to also really get good at asking questions. We don't know what you need unless you tell us. Okay, so that's just kind of, I just want to wrap up that whole doing the back end of your business and the logistics. It's a major conversation. We have been spending the year trying to figure our own stuff out. And so we're just here to share our knowledge and what we've learned in the easiest way possible so that it doesn't have to overwhelm and you can shine in your genius or what it is that you're here to help with, okay, in the easiest way possible. Cool.
And I thought I would just pop in real quick on this because I had done a video a few days, a week ago now, I don't even remember. It's in the group and I had recorded it and just posted it just as a reminder to people to align with the you in your business. Who are you in your business? What are you doing? You're being of service. Look at who you're helping. And Stephanie mentioned that some people like to do readings from a fun perspective, and that's totally okay. Those people walk away with that experience and they love it, right? So, and it's because of who you are and how you show up in your business, right? It's not about the money. It's not about your website. It's not about all of that. That will come. It's you. It's your energy and who you are and how you are being of service in the world and how you expand that vibration in the world. So, and the rest will come. It's just important to hold on to that, remembering who you are in your business, right? And not getting caught up in the other stuff.
Very good. Thank you. I was just reading some of the messages. For you, Stephanie, just figure out, who do you want to help? Do you want to do the one-on-one readings? Do you want to do gallery? You don't have to figure out all the pieces today. It's just one step at a time. What is one step that's going to move you forward to helping you in your business, right? Stephanie, she's a psychic medium. So good. If anyone's wondering what to get someone for Christmas, book a reading with her. Like, she's just phenomenal. I highly, highly recommend it. And you can reach out to her. She can put in her contact details or her email here, and you can just email her and work something out. But it's like that. That's how business, whether it's referrals or, things just it will come. The income's going to come, your clients are going to come. But if you're so wrapped up in fight or flight or in survival mode, then just stop, go do a bath, go for a nature walk, because nothing's going to happen, right? But when you can come into that place and you're like, okay, what is my next step that I need to do? This is what I do when I get overwhelmed. And I get overwhelmed. Like Virginia, I'm telling you, she's my rock. She walks me off those ledges because I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's like 10 things going on in my brain. Like I have ideas upon ideas upon ideas. And she's just like, bring it back. What are we doing right now? Which is so good for me. So I'm like, okay, one step.
And Christine, you're so funny. She says this all the time. And she is equally as my rock as well. So just so you know that. But I wanted just to, kind of throw this in there that I am not just Christine's rock. I am not just for Christine. My job and my place in the world is to hold space for all of you as well. And to help lift you up and to help you expand who you are. And that's why I say come back to the who you are in your business. And yes, I can do the back end and I can support you on all of that, but it's also about me being this support and being the part of that container with Christine that we can help to lift you up. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, totally. There's calls when I'm like, Virginia, this is a big one for us, or there's some heavy stuff coming, and I'm like, hey, can you just hold space for us, right? So she's sending healing. You guys can be on calls with me, but she's there. She's sending us that healing or whatever we need, helping me to be, in my top form or intuitive, right? We work together in that way, and it's really beautiful. So I just want to share, like, we are that container. We're like the masculine. Think of the river bank. We're here to hold space for whoever needs it. If you don't have a support or you don't know how to work the business part of your own business, then that's what we're here for, as that river bank, to hold you while you flow like the river and you go and help those who you're meant to help as the creative, right? You don't have to worry. I mean, you got to do some of the tech stuff and all of that too, but you can build a business without it and without the overwhelm. Just figure out, what do I do best? What is the next step that I need, in my business, and kind of build that way. That's how we built as well. You can't just start a business and then it all be done. Like, there are steps to it, definitely. And we've been there. Not only this past year as we've been building the Healing Soul School, but also we have over 50 years of business experience between the two of us, of actually like being in charge and running shit. So we know how to do that on the back end as well. And for me now, like, I just see for the way that my gifts are and how I intuit, and I just I listen to your heart and what are you struggling with, and I just listen to the subconscious and these sources, like, there it is, there's where they're hiding, or there's the thing to heal. And now what's really cool is the mindset stuff that I thought I was going to be teaching And even now the business stuff is just a tool in my toolbox. It's not even the main part of what I want to do for business. Yes, can I do it? Absolutely. Do I want to help people build their back end of their business? No, it's not where I feel the best or where I shine. It's like you're stuck. Awesome. Come, let's find out where you're stuck. And then I'm a connector. I'm either going to connect you through with Virginia or other people that I know that can help you so that you're not on your own. And, you've got that next step or that next place to go, which is really cool. And my guide just showed up. So that's awesome. I'm not meant to help people in that business part of it. And that's been a big struggle for me because that's my identity. I'm like, oh, I'm easily a business coach because of my experience. But it's just one of the tools. I had an experience today where I went to a lawyer's office and the lady was like, oh, tell me what you do. The owner, she came in and she's like, tell me what you do. And I said, I'm a business coach. That was like just so natural. It came out of me. I was like, crap, I don't want to lead with it. And I said, I'm an intuitive business coach. And then we got talking and I said to her, my heart really is to help those who are stuck, that they're just really in a heavy place and they just don't know where to go next. And she said, oh, I think I have someone for you. And she told me about someone that she knows that, things have gone sideways in their business and they're just paralyzed right now. And I was like, yeah, totally. And then she wanted to know more about how I do it and what I do. And now she's interested for herself because she had an angel reading and the woman came and had like all of this stuff prepared based on her birthday. And I already know she did like a birth chart reading. So I was like, yeah, good, right? Because I know the magic that the person used, plus her own intuition. And it was so beautiful. And the lady that I met today, she's like, wow, she just knew stuff that she had no way of knowing. And I said, that's energy. Like, that's just how it works. And we get these downloads or these messages to help you along your way. And it was really cool because she was like, oh, I'm in, like, I want a reading. So now I'm just going to tell people that I do business readings, like a psychic reading, but for your business or for your life, because that's really what feels good to me. And it's fun. And I can totally be my free woo self. But I was afraid this morning. I was afraid to tell her that I was intuitive, not in a fear of like, what is she going to think about me? I've been online. I've been behind the camera. I've never been face to face with someone. So it kind of threw me for a moment of, wait a minute, who am I again? Because 2 years ago, I was a travel agent. Yeah. So it's all a work. It's all work in progress, but everything is exactly as it's meant to be, including the overwhelm, because you have people here in our community that can help you. If we can't, my goodness, we have interviewed over 150 entrepreneurs this past year, part of our Conscious Business Showcase. So if we can't help you, and we're humble enough to say we can't help you, like we're secure in ourselves, that we do know an entrepreneur who can help you. And some things that are coming in our community is this piece around money. This is something that I have had a struggle with my whole life, and generationally, what I know I'm here to help our family with. But I've been really looking for someone who's really strong, who understands masculine, feminine energy, that multidimensional conversation or language that Virginia and I use, and can help people to heal their money stories. So that is also coming. I've been looking for someone who can help us in that area. So we just say, like, stay close to the fire. We're here to help you in whatever capacity that is. We have someone who reached out to us. We have a call that we are calling the mom call, and where Virginia and I both show up. And it's a lot of fun. Someone recognized both of our medicine and our magic, and she said, can I have both of you on the call? And I was like, totally cool, because we both see different things and we both have a different viewpoint. And so she's going through something next week, and she said, I need the double trouble call. She wants to book a session with both of us. And I'm like, wow, it's just so cool. Like, this is just naturally coming. And I really do feel it comes back to that mom place. That's what Virginia and I are providing, is a place, a soft place to land, but the supportive place, like two moms. And now we both look after the next generation, even though I'm not a grandma, but I could be. We understand, we get it. And we're balancing 3-4 plates at the same time as running this business. So we get that too. And so if you need a mom hug, then we're here. If you want a grandma hug, then my mom has started doing readings where she's just listening. It's called Grandma Listens. So if you even want some help with that, let me know, send me a message, and we'll see if there's a fit for that. And we're just here. We're here to hold that space for you. So no fear. You are looked after. We are so well connected between the two of us and also who we know. So we're just, yeah, we're here to hold that container. We're almost like the deans in a way, if you think of like a college or university, where yes, we will help with some of the things, but we're also bringing in people who are so great at what they do, and there's no point in trying to reinvent the wheel. And so we're bringing in some courses and some live teaching of people that we just have seen in our community that are of a similar frequency that Virginia and I are, and can help. So yeah, really excited for 2022 and what's coming.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say to everyone, you don't have to do it alone. I know that it feels like that, right? And we often take that on, that this is my responsibility. And, you know, but just that reminder that you're not alone. This is the whole point for the Lightworkers Lounge, is to have a space that you can come to for a couple hours a week. And we, you know, if you're working through something heavy, you've got all of us around you to support you. If you need to do something in Canva, then bring your computer. We're sitting down and we're doing work that day. We're physically going to kick something out, or we're going to put something together, or we're going to create, or we're going to, you know, and if we just want to meditate and have something light and fluffy, then that's how that's going to go. It's really about it being us in community, coming together, working together, supporting one another, and connecting you and helping lift you up in your business to be all that you can be for this world.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. We're here to help you shine.
Yeah, absolutely. Because more people get helped, and we love that. Maybe Stephanie, if you feel comfortable, you don't have to go on camera, but on mic at least. And what is the next step for everyone? What is your one step that can help you to move forward right now? And let's talk about it. You have us for another 35 minutes to help you. This is free coaching. So what can we do for you? And for those who are going to listen in or on the replay, this will be really helpful for you, because more than likely you'll have these questions, or it can come up or it will be. So Stephanie, if you're comfortable to come on, what is one next step for you?
Well, you guys have been helping me already with setting up the, not beacons, the other one, Linktree.
Okay.
So I started doing that. I haven't sent it out to all the pages yet. And I did Calendly, again, didn't send it all out. I put the link, took the link off, added the link back on to Linktree.
And let me just stop you there for 1 sec, because this will be really helpful for everyone. Calendly is really great. It's free. You can also create events. So if you want to create an event, or let's say you want to do a masterclass, or for you, Stephanie, you want to do gallery readings for people, where every week, I don't know, Friday at 4:00 or something like that, where you're doing gallery readings, and it's $25 to enter. And you could set it up. People can pre-register before. So they send the email, and then once they register, then you send them the email link, or once they pay, then they get the Zoom link, and then they can come on. So it might be, if they're the only one that pay that day, then they get the free, like they get all that whole hour. But if there's a gallery, then it's just knowing ahead that it's going to be a group call, and you can set it up that way. So Calendly is really good from a free place. It's great because you can set up a registration link, which helps you to know who's coming. You can write a little bit of a bio, and hey, this is what the call is going to be like. Here's some of my testimonials, stuff like that, in Calendly. Okay, so not only is it a booking place, but if you learn a little bit more about Calendly, then you can also do registration. So that could be the thing for you, Stephanie, is use Linktree and use Calendly, and just take advantage of the free offerings that it has, and nothing else. Like, just keep it so simple so that this is never overwhelming. It's like, okay, this is what I do. New client, this is what I do. I do readings. It's an example for Stephanie. Okay, I'm a psychic medium. I do readings. Here's my post that telling you why I do what I do. You're the how, right? So if they want to come for a reading, if you want to book a reading, then click on this Calendly link, which is going to have them set up a time to book. and then the payment information. They either pay by PayPal with the email and you list it there, or they pay by email transfer with that same email. Make it super simple, stupid for people. And I say this very kindly. Grade 3, these are the steps, because people, no one reads a lot of stuff, right? People skim. And so you're like, I told them. You need to tell them again. And then you need to tell them again. So then once Calendly sets up the appointment, you can set it up where it sends them the reminder that it's coming the day before. And I would do it an hour or 30 minutes before, so that the link that you want them to use for Zoom or whatever you're using, or Telegram, then it's given to them. This, as a business owner, but also as someone who goes on calls, I absolutely appreciate anyone who set up their whatever platform they're using to send out the Zoom link and that email, that they set up the reminder before the call, because then the reminder comes into my email. I find the link easily instead of going into my fight or flight. Like, oh shit, when did I set up the appointment? Where do I get the link? Because the confirmation is sent immediately when the appointment is set.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
So would I also get the reminder, or I'm going into Calendly every time to take a look at what I've booked?
No, you get a calendar reminder as well, which is really great. Just
so
put in
then
your email address as well if it's not. But I haven't used Calendly for over a year, so I'm pretty sure that you do. If not, set it up with your Google Calendar or put it in your Google Calendar. That could be another thing, and then it's automatically set up. So when someone books an appointment with you in Calendly, I don't remember, does anyone on the call know, does it send you an email notification that you have a call, let's say at 2 o'clock?
You just have to set it that way in the settings as you're setting the event and whatever. You just have to choose that, what you want it to do.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So
if you don't know, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, just because right now I have just the 4 little boxes. When I went in, it had a 15-minute meeting, 30-minute meeting, and 60-minute meeting. I changed the wording, so it now says reading instead of meeting. Cool. And Virginia showed me how to add in the 90-minute for I do energy healing with a mini read. So I've been able to add that in. So within each box, is that where I'm putting the extra info about payment and whatnot? And then that will just pop up when people are picking their day and time?
Yeah. It's a description box or something.
Steph, when you go in there, Steph, and you go into Calendly, there should be a tab that says event types, right? So you'll see your 15-minute, your 30-minute, your 60-minute, whatever you've got set. Then click on the events. As you click on the events individually, then you can go in and say, you can set when can people book. So it's a 30 days, so they can't book further out than 30 days. Notifications and cancellation policy. So, and your confirmation page. So that's where you can set up adding links or instructions for, payment and that kind of stuff.
In each box.
In that specific event, you set it up under that tab.
Okay. Sorry. One more question. So say somebody booked the 90-minute, is that then gonna, for those 90 minutes, it's going to be taken away from the other portion, so then I'm not getting a double booking of, say, a half-hour reading with a 90-minute. Yeah. Okay.
It blocks it for you. Yeah. Okay. And then if you have, let's say, on Wednesday you are going out with your daughter, then you can actually put into the calendar that you're not available, and then no one can book a time.
Yeah, I saw that, because I did, I started doing the dates for the rest of December, and I took off Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Most people aren't going to want a reading on those days anyway. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And this is not for you, Stephanie. This is for everyone. Take ownership, right? You're the business owner. So it's just like you would have the open sign on if you were renting a place. If you need to learn how Calendly works, then go to YouTube and Google how Calendly help, or they have videos, I'm sure, in their help section, so that you're learning. But some people learn, instead of reading, they learn better by video. Someone has created a video on YouTube on how to use it and make it easier for you. So just, take an hour out and learn it, or in your calendar, like I talked about on our 90-day call. earlier this week is, plan out, this is like the admin time of your business. And it could be, Wednesdays from 9 till 11 or something, so that you're booked off in the calendar. No one can have a reading, but that's the time that you're going to do these kind of like little tasks and stuff, and just keep a list. What do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Okay, source, I need someone for this. Or, it gives you an opportunity to ask questions, maybe in a group that you're in, or, just to be able to get help. But you have to know what you need. That's your responsibility.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay,
what
thank
else? Yeah.
Well, that's the first step. Then once I'm finished doing those, I did see, like it says share to, so I think I would just click on those links to share to like Facebook page, whatever pages that allow me to share to.
Right. And that calendar,
yeah.
the great thing about Calendly as well is you can change the back end of it. So it could be like book a reading, book book 90-minute energy reading or something like that. You can change the back end so that your Calendly link is the first part of who you are, like it links to you, but then you can also put in your own words. Or if you're doing a registration page, it could be medium group gallery session or something like that, so that people, when they click on it, they also know what they're booking.
Right.
Again, you have to check in the help for how to do that, because I don't know.
I have that. That's where I figured it out once I clicked on
Cool.
like one of the 15 whatever boxes I have. I clicked on it, and then I was able to change the wording in there, so it automatically gives you 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 60 minutes, but it says meeting in there. Well, I clicked on it. I didn't know I could do it, but I clicked on it, and I was able to change it from meeting to reading. So I did figure that out.
Right. Yeah. And I'm getting a download for you, so I'm going to share this with you. If you went on Clubhouse and you just did, free reading from, let's say, 1 to 2. And then what you could do is whoever comes into the room, they do a reading. And then when they are there and they're hearing your magic and they're like, wow, and they're crying and they're like, thank you so much, you connected me to, so-and-so. You could say in that call, anyone who books a call from here with my calendar link, it's in my bio. So then you just like copy it in your bio, then use the code Clubhouse and you save, whatever, 20%, or you get $50 off or something, or you get, instead of like book a mini reading, and I'll do an energy healing for you as well. Right. So that there's a bonus that they get, and then they can just book it right from there.
Yeah. I have to learn how to set Clubhouse up. I really don't know how to use that one. I've had a hard time finding you in there. So yeah, I have to learn how to use that. And then, I would love to, because that's the one where you don't see faces. It's just talking, right?
Yep. No camera. It's just talking. But the cool thing is, like, you can invite people up on, they call it on stage, to talk to you. And so take some time, like learn Clubhouse. It's so good for healers and readers and anyone that wants to help people. Because you can have a two-way conversation with people. So like we understand energy. We understand how it, it doesn't transmute the same from a website, from a post on Instagram or your Calendly link. It's not the same as if they're hearing you actually speaking and they're able to get that information. So today I was in a Clubhouse room. Every morning at 7, there's a breathwork class for Club Kundalini, and at 11:30 a.m. I highly recommend that club. Then I know the owner, where we've had chats about interviewing her. And so in that class, because I knew we had this free class today, I just said, I put my hand up, and I said, for anyone here who has a business but they're not really clear on how to put their pieces together, I'm offering a free session today. And then I had 3 new followers follow me. And it's like, I'm not there for the followers. I'm there in service. I'm like, who needs help? Like, the collective needs many of us to get really strong in our abilities and what we're doing, because especially over the next few months, when a lot of things start to crumble, people are just going to be so torn, and they're going to come for us. We are the people, I feel, when science and traditional medicine doesn't work and religion, then they're going to come and find us because we're reading energy and we learned it for a reason. And it's really to help those who don't know how to do that. They're so disconnected from their body, from their intuition and all of that. We have medicine for people. And so on Clubhouse, they can hear your medicine, whatever it is that you're there to serve. So I'll give you my example. On Mondays and Fridays, it's consistent. So I can always talk about this on any call I'm on. 9:30 Monday, 9:30 Friday. Mondays, I'm doing a chakra clearing. I'm basically doing a chakra grounding. So easy. We can do them in our sleep if for those of us that have learned how. And I'm helping them to transmute the heavy energies, how to ground that back into Mother Earth. I'm doing that with them. And then, for those who really resonate and they feel my energy, they're like, wow, I'm so glad I came in here. Or they look at my bio and they want to get in my community because I am able to do, or I'm offering what they need help with. That's all it is. It's kind of like a free commercial in a way in Clubhouse. But I'm very clear as like, hello, my name's Christine Cardoza. I'm the owner of the Healing Soul School. I'm here to help those who are raised in fear, trauma, or some kind of dysfunction, to be able to heal the heavy parts, heal the parts, unhook from the old programming so that you can feel lighter in your life or in your business, and really like to give you the steps on what's your magic? What are you here for? I get intuitive hits and I listen to the subconscious, and I can help you with that if that's of interest. If it is, send me a message or follow me at, healingsoulschool.com, or I can mention my ebook that I wrote. Just a way for people to connect back to me if they feel called, right? And it might be that they just popped in the room and for healing and off they go and I never meet them again. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and being a part of that moment. And then on Fridays, it's healing toxic family relationships. Do you have a track record of sucky relationships? Yeah, so did I. But I took the time to learn how to move out of that so that I could connect with myself, but also with others. We weren't taught these tools when we were growing up, majority of people. And then the Lightworkers Lounge is for those who want business support. So that's the main two things that we're offering right now for our community. And as we're growing, there's way more to come, but we have to start small and build out from there. Anyone else on the call want to ask a question or want some help?
Said to mention next steps, so I need to, some people say, oh, you don't need a website, blah blah blah. So I bought this package thing with a bunch of training, and it comes, I think it's called Slick Pick. So you can do a it's not like a full-on website, but it's like basically it's your portfolio online. So I'm realizing, yeah, if I'm putting myself out there more, then you need to have your portfolio up ready to go. So that's my next big step is, I've pulled shots that I kind of had buried away on Drive. So I've got some shots put together, and actually I posted in the comments. So I had done this assignment for a photography a car place, and
keep talking. I'm just going to go check the comments, but keep talking. Okay.
And so being 4'11", SUVs and big trucks, not so good. And I was thinking, shoot, I don't feel super comfortable, and again, I could be, yes, that's a limiting belief, but not a big fan of the thought of getting behind a car and not being able to see over the steering wheel and reach the gas pedal. It's a big issue in moving a big truck in a parking lot to shoot it. So I just was honest with the lady. I just said, I'm going to be upfront. I said, I'm petite. And I said, I would need to work on smaller vehicle shoots. And she said, unfortunately, she basically said most of their clients are Chevrolet Buick and they have a lot of trucks and SUVs. So she's like, I don't think this is going to work. And I'm like, okay. I wasn't upset. I mean, it's it kind of, but then again, when I got thinking about it, you drive someplace, they say you can shoot a vehicle in 10 minutes. Once you get good, you get paid $10 a car. So you got to hustle, and if you spend 10 minutes moving this car and moving that car, you can probably make okay money at it. But I'm not
in alignment for sure.
Well, yeah. But at least by doing that shoot, I reached out to a dealership, shot with them, which reminds me, I still need to send the photos, because I said, hey, you can use the photos, obviously the good ones, for their social media, because you want it to be a win-win. But still, picking up the phone, and phoning people and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. Could I shoot here? And they were very helpful. So you just never know what that could lead to, you know?
Brilliant. And you're building your portfolio, right? And you can reach out to anyone, like any businesses in the Tri-Cities. Hey, do you need updated photos for your social media, right? A lot more people are online and have no idea how to take a photo. Or you could look at their website and say, if you're open, I can offer you some pointers for the photography on your website. And just so happens I take photos. So if you are interested in what a package looks like, then you just kind of building up your own thing. I love that. That's a really good idea. I never thought of that for you. I love it.
Yeah. Well, and actually I reached out to a jeweler a few weeks ago and said, it's obviously product photography. And I'm like, I just don't know a lot about it. So what happened was I said, I'm going to do like a job shadow or something just to kind of see what I think of, product photography. And the lady, I was surprised, called me back. It was great. She said, we'll look into it. So then she called me back last week or whatever. And she's like, it's our busiest time. I'm like, well, of course it is. She's like, can we reconvene in the new year? But she'd spoke to her CEO about it. She's like, we'll see what we can figure out, whatever. So
that's amazing. So good. And it's doing something you love, right? And if you're helping them with the, there will be chatting with the owners and stuff, but some of that stuff you're going to be able to just do your own thing, right? And work your own hours and schedule. And when the lighting is right, now feel like you'd be such a help to entrepreneurs who need to update everything, but they don't know how. And what you'll end up doing is making connections with other people maybe who write copy for, like, they help people with websites. So any website designers in our area, reach out to them and say, you're a photographer. Are they looking to hire someone on a piece by piece opportunity, or just kind of getting not just you out there sharing what it is that you do. Like, you have such a skill. You have an eye for photography. Like, your stuff is gorgeous. You just capture it at these moments where I'm like, wow, like, so good. And so you already have that as a way of an authority, I would say, in that, your intuition and how you're taking photos is bang on. That's a natural gift you have. And now you just figure out who needs that, right? And definitely helping entrepreneurs or dealerships pick things you like, though, of like what would be fun for you. If you like photography, taking photos of cars, awesome, do that. There's tons of ways that you can go with that. Or maybe it's, the outside of their establishment, or whatever it is that they're selling, now that a lot more people are moving online, right? So it could even be your favorite stores. Say, hey, I'm a photographer. I do business photography. So I'm just checking in if you are interested in updating your website or any of your photography. I really like your place because of XYZ, or I'm connected to you through XYZ, right? To make it more relational, not just, hey, will you buy my stuff, right? Let's really build those connections. But I think that's really cool.
No, the jeweler they actually have an in-house photographer. So I would go job shadow. This is what I'm trying to do, is just explore. That's why I tried the car thing. I'm like, I can't really figure out what all I like if I don't, and what I can actually do if you don't expand it and put your.
So good.
Marlene, and I was just going to say the job shadowing is perfect. And I was going to say, my husband is a photographer. And when he first started into it as well, he did the exact same thing. He hooked up with a guy who was a photographer, and he was doing weddings, and he met him at a wedding. It was, nothing is by chance, right? He was at a wedding, and the photographer needed some help. He had something on his equipment jammed or something like that. And the guy, the groom or someone in the wedding party said, hey, well, my buddy here, he's a photographer, and he happened to have it. And so then the relationship started. And that's how Mike started with him, was, hey, let me work with you for free, just to be your assistant and to learn from you. And so that's how it started up. And they ended up creating such a good flow with one another in that process. you know, because of Mike's personality, he was able to get a different response than Barry did, or, you know, whatever, right, from his clients. And so from that, even though it started out as job shadowing and learning for free, they took off a business together and did very well together.
Well,
So
and that
good.
I went to a store again. I have been poking around, maybe not as much as I could, but I've been putting myself. I went to a flower shop at Frederick Mall and was talking about, can I come shoot your? Because I know they have more like.
Her name's Effie. Oh, we went to high school with her.
Oh, Sophia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophia. Do you know Kim Basler? So I'm getting off topic here. Yes,
Yeah.
you know Kim. So
Yeah.
actually, Sophia, I forget how I.
Excuse me, Sophia.
So,
Yeah.
I went in there and she's like, oh, I just had a guy who like did a video for me. He's like, here, you should call him or whatever. So she gives me his number. It's the guy that was the in-house photographer for Home Hardware for 20 years and he got packaged out last year. Actually, that reminds me, I need to follow up with him. I called him last week or whatever, or the week before. And he said, yeah, I might be able to do something for you. I did leave a message on his machine. So again, you don't want to be pushy and aggressive, but it can't hurt to just call him back again and say, hey, I know we're going into Christmas season, it'll quiet down, but just wondering if, you know, I can come chat with you or help you and whatever.
Keep track of all the people that you're meeting, because when you figure out actually, you know, where it lands and who you are and what kind of business stuff you want to do, you can send an email out to all of those people that you had introduced yourself to. So just keep a list, keep a spreadsheet of all those that you've been reaching out to and a little note about them, because then when it comes time to come out of the closet with your business, or not, no, it's a coming out party, and just sharing, you know, more of like, hey, this is who I am, the flag has been planted, then you have all those people that you can reach back out to and say, just, this is who I am, if you are ever in need of. Also for you photographers, right? You could be second shooter where you're willing to work with them for the tips, like not money tips, but like for photography. And there are so often people are looking for second shooter.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I with this guy. He's got 30 years in commercial photography, so definitely a great opportunity.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say too, Marlene, is look for the places that have a business. Oh, I think I'm frozen.
We can hear you still.
Oh, can you? Okay. Look for the places that have a catalog, whether it's a printed catalog or an online catalog, because there are products, right? They would be taking photographs of products. So even something to think about, you know, who to market to or who to work with or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to, you know, do the job shadow with product photography to see if I'd like it, because if I don't really like it, then, you know, it's kind of, and that's where, if you don't try it, for a lot of years, I was just very narrow-minded. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Now it's also, you can't really truly figure out, you know, yeah, I like landscape and it's great, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt to broaden my horizons as well. So.
Bye, Stephanie. Yeah, that's awesome. Just keep and this is for everyone, regardless of what the business is, like keep a spreadsheet and just people you're reaching out to, and think outside of the box. Like, what do you have? Who could use it where you're not a direct competition to them, but you're an aid or you're able to assist? And it's really just getting your name out there so people know who you are and how to connect with them. So yeah, thank you so much, Marlene. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear this and how you'll grow in 2022, because I know you will. This is really cool. Diviana, I wanted to give you some space as well. We have 8 minutes or so here. Do you have that next step that you're looking for help with?
Well, so, you know, I do have a Facebook page and a website page, both of which, you know, it was kind of done in a hurry and so forth, but I'm not getting movement on it. So it's kind of just sitting there. In the meantime, I've been working on myself, and, you know, I'm so excited to go through the gift that you guys have given me. So I'm going to work through that. I know that I need to get myself out there before I do anything. And of course, hone in on the messages that you have passed on, which is to get clear on who you're appealing to and who you're marketing to and so forth. So I think I have a lot of work
got a bit of work to do. That's really
Yeah.
good. And for anyone who's listening, like, don't put up another post until you really know who you are and that's cemented. Instead,
Right.
take that energy and the time and write out some things. Do that mind map, which is draw a circle on a page and the lines out like the sun. And just, you could do a few of these. What are your strengths? Do another one. What are the pain points of whoever it is that you're helping with? So that you're just getting really clear on who you are first. So that you can help to, downloads are gonna come. Your intuition is gonna come through that, where you're like, oh, I could do that, or oh, I can reach out to those people, right? And think of like everything that you've learned. What are all, and this is another exercise, like write down all of your certifications, all of your gifts. What are you really good at? Are you a mom? You're you're able to get people into a routine and organized, or you're really good at, if you can get little people to eat vegetables, then you're really good at sales. I would say that's some of those soft skills that we don't think of. Where, Divyana was a dentist, and I just want to share a little bit about your transformation. Probably most people in your circle know you as a dentist. They don't know you as a sound healer. And so you got to come out. You have to have your coming out party, set a date, January 15th. Get all your stuff together before, then, and then create an email that's sent out to all of your people, your network. But be like, not just as, don't be spammy Tammy and send that all out. You want to really, in your network of people who know you, like they know you. They've either had your phone number, they've met you in person or whatever, they're your network. Then you want to, reach out to them. Hey, Bill, it's so good to see, or like, I just want to send you a message. How did you and the kids, like, name them, name the dog, name how you know them, like something that relates you. Let's be relatable. This is how we build business, is through relationships. And then, I just want to update you. I'm really looking forward to 2022. This is really upbeat, right? I'm really looking forward to 2022. I've had some shifts this past year. I'm so grateful for this, or I'm so grateful for that. And now I just want to let you know that I'm doing sound healing. I combine the beautiful tuning forks and the chakra system, and to do readings for people. Why would someone want that kind of reading? Or here are the benefits. Here are the results that someone can have: less anxiety, less fear, less, blah, blah, blah. You name them all. And then they're reading it and they're like, oh my God, I need that. They already trust you and they already like you. So you're already past that first step. And that's a big one. When we're posting online, we're really advertising to strangers who don't know us from Adam. We got to build up that rapport. Instead, wait until you've talked to everyone in your network. Create a list. Who are they? And not that you're going to go and spam them. Okay, we were very gentle with this, but you're just simply saying, hey, I want to share with you what I'm doing. If it's someone that you used to work with or whatever, have a virtual coffee or meet with them in person and share what it is you're doing. Not for the purpose of like, be my client, right? That kind of salesy, which can feel not so comfortable for some people, is just simply saying, hey, I just want to share what I'm doing. And this is why I love it. This is what I found out there. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Right back to that vision of this is my passion. So if you know of anyone who's got anxiety or could really use some help, or never had an energy tuning before, with the chakras, it's really awesome. My clients, I've been loving it. Or you can have some testimonials in or something like that. Right. That's how you can share your business. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I want one. And then you're booked.
Sounds great.
You haven't come out yet, because this is like, you're at a perfect place. You really weren't sure how to put all the pieces together. And so this is really good. You're just going to get really clear on why you're doing what you're doing, who you want to do this for, right? So if it's, women who, it could be for married women or professionals, right? They're giving to everyone else, or for dentists, or anyone connected, in the medical field, is that you can help them relieve their stress, worry, anxiety from serving all day. And then they can come to you. Instead of getting a massage, they could have their chakras cleared. And people who are spiritual love that stuff. And they'd be like, cool, I've never had one of these. I totally want to try that out. Right. So just like really use your medicine and the magic of what you do and what you know, And when we're in the beginning and we're kind of nervous, I get it. And we're like, I don't know who, we don't have that confidence per se, but write down all of the things, your certifications, what you're really good at, what your strengths are, because it will start to pop up out of the pages, guys, as you're getting really clear on, the things that you're going to write down there. For you, we had a conversation. I just want to share this because I think it's so helpful. You are a dentist and you're like, oh, this is not in alignment with me anymore. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. So you've shifted. And I said to you, you have, energy healing, how to clear energy, like just simple grounding, very basic steps. Okay. It doesn't have to be very difficult. You understand the chakra system. I said, as a dentist, because you didn't learn that by accident. For the collective now, we all have these gifts that we learned. I learned business, okay? And I'm here to help you guys with the business part. But you, as a dentist, you learned that for a reason. So what were the things, what are the gifts that came out of all that time and that studying and seeing all those clients that you noticed over and over and over? And now you can help people with that. And you were writing down, it's so beautiful, like fear, anxiety, some of the things that, feeling alone. So then those are the words for your messages, right? For your messaging and how you reach out to people.
That's awesome. And too, with meditation, again, it's my jam. Everybody knows that. But doing meditation and getting into the habit of a meditation twice a day for 15 to 20 minutes is going to lower your stress levels. It's going to release all of that anxiety and the things. It's going to help you to learn to be present in your day and in your moments, and to release the emotions that are stored in there that might be attached to a trigger that sets you off or sets you into that fight or flight. So yes, takes time, but a consistent meditation practice will absolutely get you there and help you with your healing. Absolutely. And if I can add, you will be more productive in your business as an entrepreneur. Because when I first started, I felt like I was like a chicken with my head cut off some days. It's like, oh my God, I got to do this and I got to do that. There's way too many things. And of course, I'm a planner. So that also is difficult for me if there's surprise things that come in sometimes. And when I started meditating and surprise things like Christine, because she's really good at that. But yeah. So when
can I just share that the 12 days of giving was like a download that came days before I think December 1. I was like, oh, that would be so cool. I'm like, Virginia, are you okay if we do this? And she was like, okay. Like, it was so good because we've both been learning how to work with each other. And normally she'd be like, no, we need 2 weeks ahead. Like, this can't work, and she was like, okay. Because we're both trusting. We're trusting source that, we'll figure out a way it's going to work. And it's been really beautiful.
Yeah, it has. And that's the thing with meditation. I find that it takes the pressure off. I don't have that stuck emotion in me anymore that makes me feel like I have to survive and that I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to do that and I have to do that and I have to do that. And it's not that I don't have to do those other things. It's just I no longer have that response in my system that makes me freak out because I've got, 6 things that I have to do. I'm able to just chill out and sit down and focus and do it. And meditation has absolutely helped me do that, where I got to the point where it was like, because I used to like to walk the dogs with my husband in the morning and in the afternoon. And it was always difficult for me to get out in the morning because sometimes you wake up and, kind of hit the ground running. And, but in the afternoon, that was a nice time for me to just kind of chill and go for a walk too, right? Wind down, relax, move some energy. And there were days where I found it challenging to get out to do that. And when I started with my meditation and I got, more into it and consistent and everything, I found that my days were ending. Things were wrapping up by 3:30. So it was like, okay, I'm liking this. I am liking this schedule in my day. And then I had time to go and walk the dogs. I had time to enjoy that experience instead of feeling like, oh shit, I got to go walk the dogs. And then I got to cook dinner. And then I got to do, it was me doing something for me and enjoying that experience. So And even though I still had all of those other things to do, there was no emotion of stress or anxiety or anything behind it. So it really does help with that. So for those that are struggling with some of those issues, meditation can really, really help. So Christine, I don't know if you have anything else that you need to wrap up with. I am on Pick Up the Littles job today. So it is my time to sign off and go get the girls.
I got a new download for us because I like to say that I help people who grew up in trauma because they just get it and they're like, frick, that was me. That's the anchor. But really, we're here for those who are in survival mode. Right now. And it doesn't matter how or where you got to that point. Right now, you're like, oh my God, I need help. Like, I can't figure some of these things out. And then we're the moms. We come in, we're like, come on, we'll help you. And get the mom hug.
Right. And because we've both been there, right? We've both been there. We've both been through that survival. So I got
oh God, yeah.
Alarm reminding me I have to go get the girls.
Yeah. Okay. So good to connect. Thank you, everyone. We will be in touch. If you're not on our email list or on our Telegram, 2 ways to connect with us right now until we switch over to Urge's Space. Then you can go on our website, healingsoulschool.com, and just click on the orange link for the ebook. If you've already downloaded, then you're good. You're in our or you're receiving emails from us, you're good. Or if you want to be on the Telegram chat, it's in our Facebook group, or reach out to one of us if you want the link, if you're catching this on the replay. And really looking forward to 2022 and really friggin' amazing things happening in our community. Deviana, did you have a last question?
No, I just want to thank both of you because you both have provided me with a roadmap to uncover all the ick and the stick that I've been going through and really put something forward for myself at this point. So I really appreciate both of you so much. Thank you. I love you both.